Hi everyone, and welcome to What If Zack Survived Part 6. You know, one day I'm gonna run out of fingers trying to do that. Yes, I'm in a new room. I moved my entire setup upstairs, and yeah, I think it looks pretty good now. I'm really happy with how things are turning out. I'm getting a lot of positive reception on this series, and it makes me really happy. So make sure, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, do so now. And if you haven't seen the rest of the series, make sure you check it out in the card over here. I got it right the first time! Let's go, dude! But alright, that's enough of me. Let's get it going. Where we had last left off, the party had just reached JUNOOOOON area. A once peaceful fishing town turned into a bustling city and military base. Zack takes a deep breath. He was here not too long ago, it seems. He had to stop Genesis and his copies from invading. Just the thought of this makes him kind of stare out into space and think about Sephiroth, and Jill, and Genesis, where they were and how they all ended up. They were his role models. Can't dwell on it for too long, however. Aerith catches him staring off and asks, what's wrong? He explains what he was thinking about, but Aerith assures him things will be alright as long as we stick together. Very Aerith thing to say. Cloud comments on how the town looks rather run down, and after speaking with a few of the townsfolk, they decide to head down toward the water. It's then that they see a girl talking with a dolphin? ? Cloud tries talking to her, but then she asks, "Are you part of the Shinra? I hate the Shinra." He says that they're not part of Shinra, but she doesn't believe him. I guess who can really blame her when two of the people there are literally dressed as soldiers? They try to explain themselves, but before they can, a giant sea monster, aka Bottomswell, comes to say hello to Mr. Dolphin and Priscilla. Priscilla was knocked out and waterlogged. It's up to the party to take down Bottomswell, and they do so with haste. After this, someone is going to have to take care of the waterlogged Priscilla, and of course, Cloud is the one stuck doing it. Zack makes fun of him for it, but acknowledges his courageousness. After this, she finally thanks them and believes what he was saying. The party decides it's time to rest, so they finally find a place to sleep for the night. In the original story, Cloud would have a dream where he talked to his inner consciousness, or Zack, about the Nibelheim incident and questioning what happened in relation to Cloud and Tifa, but that wouldn't happen here. Instead, Cloud has a nightmare here about the fact that he hasn't yet told the rest of the party about the truth in Nibelheim, where the party doesn't accept him after all he's said and done, and that he loses the only people close to him. After everything he's already lost, I don't think he wants that. He wakes up and tries to go talk to Tifa. She seems a bit shy about it all. Before the conversation can be taken too far, Zack barges in the room. "Everyone come outside, something's up." The Rufus ceremonial song plays in the distance. Just a quick side note, literally writing this script, I've had this song stuck in my head for days. According to the townsfolk, today is the celebration of Rufus becoming President Shinra. In order to find out more information, they'll have to get in on that parade. Barrett says they gotta get to the city above this place, but Priscilla says the only way to do that is by climbing a high voltage tower. Sounds like a lot of fun. Everyone seems just a little squeamish at the idea of climbing a tower charged with electricity over the sea. And just like that, they're all pinning it on Cloud. They all walk away whistling and weaseling out of having to deal with that. Zack laughs and says, "It'll be good training for you. I'll catch up with you later, buddy. I promise." Now let's cut to some character thoughts while Cloud plays with dolphins. Zack is probably still thinking about the last time he visited this place, and is also self-reflecting on his newfound resolve of helping Cloud get stronger. Tifa is probably just thinking about Cloud, especially with the discussion that he brought up earlier, thinking he is much different than when they met up years ago. Aerith is concerned for both Cloud and Zack, especially thinking about what Zack said in Calm. Now that they have a little bit of time to relax, all these thoughts flood her mind. Barrett is probably thinking about his hometown, how everyone is doing there, how he's ashamed to go back there, but he knows he's going to have to face it eventually. Definitely thinking about Marlene and how she's doing. I'm sure he's very worried, but he still wants to focus on the task at hand and take care of Shinra. With Shinra around, the planet's not safe for his daughter. And Red 13 is still set on his original goal of returning home and seeing his grandfather. Now let's cut back to Cloud. But before we get there, I wanted to let you guys know that I now have a Patreon. I currently work full-time, but it's my dream to make content, teach people, and entertain them for a living. This has been something that I've been working for many years now, and yeah, although I am growing at a nice pace, I wanted to make a Patreon and give just a little bit back to people who want to support me on the financial level. So if you want to help me out there, you get special perks, like getting your name shouted out at the end of this video, having special Discord perks, and even getting to see the script for these videos as I'm working on them. So if that sounds cool for you guys, then make sure you go over to Patreon. Thank you so much. Now, actually cutting back to Cloud. Everything on Cloud's end stays normal. Sneaking in to put on a Shinra infantryman's uniform. He notes how weird it is to wear this after all this time. This goes back to the nightmare and is rubbed deep in his face. Cloud, he ends up needing to join the Rufus inauguration parade to get more intel. Little does he know, Zack already has it covered. But he got 5,000 gil and the Force Stealer. He's pretty good. And with that, he hops on the boat. But let's cut back to Zack. Zack contacts Kunsul, and he figures out exactly what's going on. They're going across the ocean in pursuit for Sephiroth. They don't have any more information than that, but Zack asks Kunsul to cover for them because they're going to put on a lot of Shinra uniforms. They don't want anything to seem out of the ordinary. Now, I don't exactly know how Kunsul will do this, but, you know, I'll figure it out. Now that they finally have some downtime and Cloud's away at a mission, Zack wanted to approach Aerith about what happened. This way, she knows the truth about himself and Cloud. He didn't want her thinking that he was a liar. He explains that after being experimented on for 5 years, the only thing he wanted to do was visit Midgar to see her. He vents about Angeal, Genesis, Sephiroth. He can't believe it all happened how it did. Aerith forgives Zack for holding off until now before telling her the full truth, and promises to talk to Cloud to try to steer him in the right direction. Let's get back to the main events. With the party boarding the ship, Aerith says she has a weird sense of foreboding, which is of course relieved by seeing Red 13 dancing around in an infantryman's uniform. Tifa hates being dressed in this uniform, but she thinks everything that's going on right now is pretty funny. She's up on the lookout. Zack cannot believe he has to wear this thing. After catching Barrett in his sexy sailor outfit, picking it on President Rufus and Heidegger, the alarm system goes off. Emergency alert.
Emergency.
Hey, emergency.
Emergency alert. Emergency alert.
Emergency alert.
Emergency alert. Emergency alert. Emergency alert. Reports of a suspicious character found. Those not on detail, search the ship. Report when found.
They wonder if the alert was for one of them. They all meet up in the middle of the ship. Then again, it could be Sephiroth the alarm was talking about. They'll have to go check it out. Cloud isn't feeling very well. Zack is extremely concerned and has a serious look on his face. Dead soldiers line the floor of the ship as they make their way toward the back room. They approach a commander of the ship as he falls to the ground, dead, cold. His essence returns to the life stream. After a long sleep, the time has come. Aerith is the first to notice. The party turns as a black-cloaked figure somehow phases through the floor of the ship. Sephiroth! Zack is seething with anger, and Cloud is left paralyzed in shock. How are you alive? Why did you turn on everyone? Zack says. Zack, why did everyone turn on me? Sephiroth turns to Cloud. Who are you? Cloud, what are you talking about? What are you doing? The time is now. Cloud. What do you mean? Be more specific! Just then, Sephiroth flies right through them as a monster forms. It's Jenova. Cloud and Zack know that Jenova is Sephiroth's mother, but doesn't understand how he could be here. The Jenova fight commences. The party struggles, but they make it out okay. Zack's training for Cloud to become stronger is paying off. Aerith and Red are able to cast magic from afar to damage her, along with Barrett, while Tifa, Cloud, and Zack attack from all sides up close. The fight ends with Cloud using his signature cross-dodge attack to stun Jenova while Zack finishes her off. They see the arm of Jenova flopping around on the boat floor and explain to the party what that is, but that they don't understand how Sephiroth could be here. Aerith thinks for a minute and realizes that Jenova was the calamity from the sky who disguised herself as a Cetra to pin them against each other, to take them down from the inside. This could be the same power, but that's unknown. Anyway, they land at Costa del Sol, where the sun is hot, the breeze is relaxing, and the drinks are strong. The party sees Hojo on the beach. Interesting. Tifa points out to Cloud where he is, and Zack looks over to see the woman in their swimsuits. Not a bad view, he says, while you can practically feel Aerith glaring at him from behind. Barrett is hanging around town, and Red is playing ball with some kids in town, so the four of them approach. Cloud is the one to open his mouth, with the others right behind him. Cloud asks what he's doing here. Hojo mentions that he believes we're here for the same reason. Also, it's been a while. What, Sephiroth? Asks Zack. Did you see him? And I don't know what to do for a Hojo voice, dude. Did you see him? Yes, we did, says Cloud. Ha ha! Most interesting! Man, listen, you're just gonna have to deal with some sort of normal voice for Hojo for now. I have to get this down. I promise I'll get a good one. Ha ha ha, most interesting. Have you ever felt a calling to any particular place, Cloud? Maybe my hypothesis was correct. Zack is thinking about this. He's a little concerned and angry. Yeah, to Sephiroth, and I'll do whatever it takes to stop him, says Cloud. I see. This should be interesting, Hojo says. You were in Soldier? Maybe you're my guinea pig. Zack is getting ready to draw his Buster Sword, but before he can, Aerith stops him. Is Sephiroth an ancient? Do we have the same blood? I don't think so. Hojo then mumbles something about going west. The party can't get any more information from them. It's a no-go. Zack is remembering the documents he read once again. And with the things that Aerith said about Jenova, now he's the one with the sense of foreboding. But the party heads out, and that's where we're going to be leaving things for right now. So what did you guys think of Part 6? I have a lot of ideas going into Part 7 and 8, and I'm really excited to get them out to you guys. Like I said, I'm going to get these videos out once a month. But if you want to see me working on them real time, then this is a good time once again to mention my Patreon. There'll be links to it in the description below. Speaking of which, right now I want to shout out Test Slam Jam and Kiwi Games. Thank you guys so much for the support. Other than that, guys, make sure you join the Discord for discussions on videos like this, playing games every single week, Smash, speedrunning, you name it. You can give this video a thumbs up or dislike if you ended up not liking it. But most of all, be sure to subscribe, because why not? And yeah, that's going to do it for me, guys. I'll see you next time. Sayonara!